Hello, my name is Donald. I just want to share a brief message with you from Scripture that has encouraged my heart, and I hope it will encourage yours as well. It comes in Mark chapter 14, beginning in verse 12. It says, "And on the first day of unleavened bread, when they sacrificed the Passover lamb, his disciples said to him," Jesus, "Where will you have us go and prepare for you to eat the Passover?" And he sent two of his disciples and said to them, "Go into the city, and a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him, and wherever he enters, say to the master of the house, 'The teacher says, where is my guest room, where I may eat the Passover with my disciples? And he will show you a large upper room furnished and ready. There, prepare for us.' And the disciples set out and went up to the city and found it just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover." Now, this is not one of the most significant texts in the Bible. In fact, oftentimes, maybe if you're reading Mark chapter 14, you may just pass right over it because there are some very significant things getting ready to happen. This is going to be the Last Supper. This is going to be where Jesus predicts Judas's betrayal. This is going to be Jesus washing the disciples' feet and even establishing what we now practice as communion with the bread and the wine. And so this is very interesting. You think, in a city during Passover of Jerusalem, where there was, scholars say, 2 million people visiting on this holiday, if Jesus were to say, "Go into the city and find someone carrying a jar of water," they would be like, "What do you mean? There's so many people carrying water getting ready for Passover dinner." But he says, "Find a man carrying a jar of water." And what's interesting is a man would not be carrying a jar of water in the first century, because at that time is a woman's role. And in fact, men could get in serious trouble for doing the job of a woman at that time. They could be taken away from their families even for doing the job of a woman. So it would be very easy to spot a man carrying a jar of water. And so scholars don't know. Maybe the man had a mental disorder. We don't know. What we do know about this man is he plays a significant role on the night of the Passover. He's not one of the disciples. He's not one of the guys that you may see in a children's book or a Sunday school. But he's a guy carrying a jar of water, and he's getting the disciples and Jesus to a place where something significant is about to take place. I call this man the water boy. The water boy is someone, he may not be the star, but he is somebody who serves. He's somebody who plays a servant role. In sports, there's always a water boy for the big athletes. So there may be the best soccer player or whatever. And when they get to take a break, there's a water boy who runs out and nourishes them. I want to be that water boy. I don't want to be a star. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to get notoriety for my own name. I just want to serve Jesus. And I encourage you to have the same goal in life. It's just to be a servant and let the Lord do his work through us. Thank you, guys.